Okay. Versatile Vigilante, Young Vince, Uncle Vinny back in here. Solo episode. You know what it is. I like to touch base every once in a while, just talk some shit. That's what we're doing tonight. So, first big shout out to Acid Sport with the Lime FX coaster. Keeping my table nice and clean. Shout out Acid Sport legend. Always putting out some fire products. Shout out to the team. So let's get right into it, man. Something I want to talk about. So since the last episode, solo episode, was about a month and a half ago, I had an interesting situation, man. I had this work situation come up. My 9 to 5 work come up where basically it was a big project. It was a project I knew I was gonna have to do for a few months. So it was kind of in the back of my mind for a while, and that time finally came for me to put in that work to do what I was thinking about. So the weeks leading up to it, well, you know what? Mainly the week leading up to it, I was stressed, bro. I was definitely rattled. I would say I wasn't myself, and it was because I knew this big project was coming up, and I was irritable, and I wasn't my best self, man. I'll say that. So finally that week came, and the whole week it went well. It went well, but it was a lot of work. I was definitely right about that. I knew it was going to be a tough week, and it definitely was. But we did it, got through it, and it went well. Now, during that week, I can't say I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it because I was just so focused on working, doing well, and getting it done. I couldn't say I was stopping to smell the roses and shit like that. And I typically do try my best to do that. And even in that moment, I knew, all right, fuck the roses this time, man. I'm just getting this shit done. The interesting thing that came from it was towards the end of the project when most of it had been done. I went out for a bit just by myself to kind of clear my head, go for a walk and shit like that. It's definitely something I like to do. And this huge sense of relief and like calmness came over me, man. It was interesting. It was very, very relieved, but also very just calm. Like the tank had been emptied, held it down, and now it's like, all right, let's get back to neutral. And that was an interesting time for me where I learned something. I learned that in moments of very stressful situations, no matter what it is, and there's no avoiding them sometimes. Like, life is crazy. You're going to have to deal with stress. It just is what it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat that at all. Stress is always going to be around. It's always been around. We got to get better at managing. And I learned about myself that no matter what the fucking situation is, no matter how stressful it is, or no matter how much shit you're going through, need some time for myself to get back to basics, man. And that's one thing I've noticed, like in culture, it's often like, if you're, especially Western culture, I feel that it's kind of promoted to burn yourself out, especially with work. Like it's promoted to just keep going fast all the time. The more hours you work, like it's like a badge of honor, the more the more you put yourself through, it means you're just stronger. And to me, I can't agree with it, man. I can't agree because you're not really taking care of yourself. And what I mean by that is, these stressful times are stressful times. When you go through something and you achieve what you're hoping to achieve, it's an amazing feeling, but it is a lot of work, man. This shit is not easy. And I'm not talking about even what I do. I'm talking about anyone. Like whatever your goals are, achieving them is an amazing feeling, but it's very stressful. Like it's a lot out of you. And I think gotta also remember that when we achieve something good, also gotta take it back to basics, man. Go get some fresh air or whatever it is you like to do, because we're not our career, man. Whatever we like to do, whatever make money at, whatever enjoy doing, that's still not us. Like you, even if you're a brand, like you're a household name now, you're LeBron James, you're still a person at the end of the day. And I think we always got to remember to really take care of ourselves at the most basic level, man. Shout out Mehus. Had him in here for an interview. I'm not sure if this is going to be out by the time this drops. If not, this is a good teaser. If it has been out by our interview, we were talking about how you gotta have that inner child, and I think that's true, man. As kids, we run around, fucking burn energy. As adults, I think we still gotta do that, man. We gotta take care of ourselves at all times, man. Always gonna be stress, and I think there's always gonna be people and situations that are wanting more out of you, and we've got to be the stress managers. There's always going to be stress. There's no way of having a stress-free life, in my opinion. No matter how much money you make, no matter how good your life is, stress is always going to be there, right? So what I think what's necessary is understanding, how do we manage this stress? How do we make sure that have power over our own lives? That's one thing I thought about. I never really gave a fuck about having power over someone. I don't really care about telling someone what to do. I don't really give a fuck. Typically, I'm like, yo, do your thing, just leave me out of it. That the reason I feel that way so much is I want power over my own life, man. I want power over my schedule. I want power over who I associate with, over what I do, over how I spend my time, bro. And I realize that's a great thing to think about, bro. We shouldn't feel guilty about how we want to spend our own time, about how we want to live our own life, man. And I'm saying that because it's out there all the time, bro. You might have bosses, teachers, parents, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, anybody wanting shit from you, telling you what to do, or telling you their opinion on what you should do, or making plans for you, or putting shit in your schedule. And to me, that's not what I want to do. And I understand that it's hard to always have that happen, but a big goal of mine, and I've said this for many years, control my own schedule as much as I can, man. And the reason why, I think if we can control our own schedule, if I could set my own calendar, I just feel like it leaves room for those times when you're going through really stressful situations. All right, today, reassess, man. Let's get back to basics. Let's take the foot off the gas a little bit. Get back to where we gotta go. At maintenance day is basically what I'm trying to say. And yo, I think people, I think outside shit is very I feel like society is very comfortable with someone else's time. Like, I feel like we should never have, as individuals, we're entitled to our own fucking day. Someone trying to control your schedule, someone trying to control, like, I've been around people in my life where they try to claw in to my life, and I think that's probably relatable. I've had situations in my life where, you know, people try to get more out of me, like I feel take my energy. And yo, that's one thing, man. I don't think you should ever feel guilty for wanting to spend your time how you want to spend it, bro. If you feel like, yo, I don't owe anybody anything, I don't need to spend this time how they want me to spend this time, how my work wants me to spend this time, how other people I think I should spend this time, bro, it's your fucking life, man. It's your life. I remember hearing a story about my cousin told me this. His buddy was working like hours at this law office, and he couldn't turn it off, man. And like, they went out for dinner, he had his dinner, he went right back to the office. And to me, that's when stress eats up at you, man. I think when the stress eats up at you, that's when you start to forget to take care of yourself, man. Forget to do the things that you know you enjoy to do. If your schedule starts getting filled with too much bullshit, I think that's what the problem is. It's not stress. Stress is always going to be here. It's too much bullshit stress, too much stuff that you don't care about that's taking up too much of your time. And that's why it's like, yo, I'm very, 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 what's the word I want to use? I'm very strict with my time, bro. I'm very much yo, I'm not sacrificing my time for some shit that I don't believe in. And it's not even about, oh, time is money, which it is. It's not even about, oh, my time's worth more than yours. No, but it's my time. In my life, people have tried to like volunteer me to do shit or be like, yo, let's go do this. And it's some stuff I just didn't want to do, didn't commit to. And that would be a problem. Fuck that shit, man. Your time is your time, bro. I don't think anyone has the right to try to tell you how to spend your time, just like they don't have the right to tell you how to spend your money, man. That's one thing in this stressful situation that I learned about myself. There is nothing wrong with wanting to spend your time how you want to spend it, man. Certain situations are going to come up where, yeah, you got to go handle some shit. Go handle some stuff I don't even really want to do. That's part of life, bro. But the time when it's your time, it's your fucking time, bro. That's your time. No one can tell you what to do when you're off the clock, when you're not, when it's your time, you know you need to relax. You know you need to get to basics. That's your time, bro. I don't care what any dickhead has to say about that type of shit, bro. I've lost, I won't even say lost. I've stopped talking to friends, people, all kinds of shit. And the main reason a lot of the time is being too generous with my time. No one can be generous with my time. No one can be generous with your time. That's bullshit. You have to be generous with your own time. You leave me the fuck alone, man. That's not your problem. What I do with my time is my time. What you do with your time is your time. So that's really one thing I wanted to say, bro. It shouldn't be a bad thing, bro, to want to have your own schedule, to want to have more power over your life. Never gave a fuck about power over anyone else, man. I want power over my life to do what I want to do as much as possible. That's a huge goal, and that's something where it's very feasible to me. So fuck it, man. If someone's trying to fit shit in your schedule and you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it, man. We don't owe anyone any of our time if we don't fucking want to, bro. If you are someone that's trying to do your own thing, live your own life, relax, enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, because we only have it once. Don't ever feel bad for not wanting to do shit that you don't want to fucking do. If you don't like to do it, if you don't want to do it, if you feel like it's not helping you, fuck it. There's some stuff that you don't want to do that will actually help you and is good for you. But you know when it's good for you and when you know it's not good for you. You know yourself. You know, and I'm reminding myself of this every single fucking day. But that's really what I want to say, man. The stress is actually good because certain stress is actually good because that can help you grow. But this ugly stress, I think, is more from doing shit you don't want to do, you don't believe in. Not even you don't want to do. I think really stressful situations comes from stuff that you just don't believe in. It's not here. Like, it's not something that's true to you, and that's the shit that is no good. You know, opportunities come up, that means stress will come up. Every good opportunity is going to come with stress as well. That's part of the game. There's no leveling up without a new level of stress. There's no leveling up without new challenges. That's part of the game. So I don't think living stress free is something that we should even want to do, even if it was possible, which I don't think it was. So leveling up is a blessing, man. That comes with stress. Don't forget to relax, though. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Don't forget that your time is your time. You should never feel bad for wanting to spend your time how you want it. Sometimes you got to be generous. Sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do. But you got to know you can't be giving out your time to people that don't appreciate it, to things that don't appreciate it. Don't get this time back. Spend it how you want to spend it, as much as you fucking can, and never feel guilty about that, because that's some real shit. Someone makes you feel guilty over how you spend your own time, fuck that. That's an op. As funny as that sounds, that's an op. But yeah, man, I want to wrap this up. Got my Christopher Moltisanti tracksuit on. Shout out Lacoste. I still need that sponsor. But yo, Versatile Vigilante, fourth quarter, finishing off strong. Out here, you'll see me again. Gang, gang.